Hi and welcome to my Isolated Christian videos. My name's Ian Campbell. In my last video I did say that I wanted to talk more about things that are inside all of us, and that's what I want to do today. You know, I firmly believe that although, like I said, I've never had a word from God, a particular word from God, but I do believe that from what I've understood over the last 25 years, the God that I've come to worship, and I'm doing these videos as encouragement because I believe that these videos need to be done, and people need to be encouraged, because this is a time of change that people may not see, may not understand, but I think it really is going to go on. I really do truly believe that there is going to be massive changes across the Christian community across the globe. So I know changes are going to be made, but I think people sort of maybe don't understand that these changes are going to happen. And what I want to encourage you today with is that, as I said before, that there is so much inside of you that you don't know. Now, going back to when you were a kid, going back to when you were younger, there are things that you used to do. You know, maybe you were creative, maybe you used to like to draw, maybe you used to like to do music, or certain things that you were good at, maybe some sports that you like to play and what have you. But you and I both know you got older, you left school, and then life happened. You had to go and get a job, and not every one of us has got a brilliant career in what we chose. You know, for me, I just didn't have good qualifications, so I ended up doing store work, and I've done that all of my life. But you know, life has happened. You know, you've got yourself a job, you started work, maybe got married, and kids, and life, as I say, life has happened, and you've just gone on, like most of us, like pretty much, you know, 99% of the world, you've gone on and just done life. But there are things that you used to do that you've not done for years, and in a way you've either forgotten them or suppressed them. And I think that this time, this forced isolation that we're all in, I think that this is a time that God wants to bring those things back out again. Because how many of you have in your busy days, I think probably most, if not all of you, have said at one time or another, you know, this world is spinning at a terrific rate, and I've often wished that the world would just stop so I could get off. You ever thought that? Have you ever sort of sat there and thought, you know, I really wish this world would stop so I can just get off? You know, just stop and just take a break, and you know, when you go on holidays as families and stuff, it's great, but it just never seems to be the right amount of time. You always end up going back to work and you're just as tired before you left. And you think, I'd love the world to stop so I could just get off. Well, look at the globe today. It's stopped. The world has stopped, and this is our chance to get off. When was the last time you looked out your window and saw an aeroplane flying through the sky? Well, I haven't seen one in a few weeks. In fact, I haven't seen one for a long while. The streets are deserted. Pretty much, in a sense, God has said, okay, and he's allowed this to happen, and the world has stopped, and this is our chance to get off. But funny enough, and I think you know, that you'll agree with me, I think now that you can't go to work, now that you can't do the things that you used to do, you know, the bits that you try to fit in your busy schedule, I bet you miss that now, and I bet you wish you were back at work. You know, it's funny, we wish the world had stopped so we can get off and have a rest, and when things like this happen, we suddenly miss what we actually had, and then we start whinging about it and wanting to get back to it and get back to work and get back to this, and God's going, you've got what you wanted, but you're never happy. But what I want to encourage you with today is that that those things that you used to do, and I believe, I'm not saying for everyone, I'm not saying for every one of us Christians, and for a lot of people that don't believe, I'm not saying that this is going to be a massive change for all of us, but I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to find themselves in these times picking up pen and paper and drawing, and they think, I remember I used to sit and draw when I was a kid. I used to love drawing. Well, you find yourself maybe getting some paints out, doing a bit of painting, and you think, I remember as a kid I used to love painting. Or you maybe get a musical instrument out, or you find yourself sort of reminiscing on things that you used to do. And you find yourself thinking, yeah, maybe I might sort of have a look. You see, I remember as a kid, when I was at school, I used to like to write. I wasn't prolific, but I used to like to write. I used to write quite a lot. Never wrote any stories or anything of relevance, but I remember back in my childhood, I used to write. And then many years ago, about 15, 20 years ago, I got the chance to start writing. And I remember saying to God, you know, if you want me to write, tell me what to write and I'll start writing. And I did. And I found that I really enjoyed it. And I found that I was really good at it. And I've got a Christian book out and I've got some children's books out. The point is that as a child, I used to like to write. But as an adult, I'd forgotten all about that. I'd gone through life, and like you, as I've said already, life happened. And I stopped writing. I stopped doing a lot of things. I just got on with work, rest and play. But then all of a sudden, I started writing. Now I'm a Christian author. Now I'm a children's author. You see, what I'm trying to encourage you today is that with this forced isolation, as I've said, you'll probably find that you're getting back to doing things that you never used to do, the things that you go, I've forgotten about that. And what I want to encourage you with is to really have a go at them. If you've got this gift of drawing, start doing some drawing. Say to God, what sort of things could I draw? Do some drawings. If you're good at doodling or stuff that you used to do, draw it, take a picture of it, send it to your mates if it's funny. Write a little caption with it. Send it to somebody, it might be funny. But you never know, it might be a new career path. If you're good at painting, paint something. Take a picture, put it on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever, or the social media. Send it to some people. I'm doing these videos because I'm fairly good at encouraging, I think. Do something. You know, remember what you used to do. And this is a time when you'll find yourself thinking, yeah, I'll give that a go. Well, start to refine it. Give it a go and keep doing it. Because you never know, God might say, in this period of time, I'm going to change things around. You're going to stop being this, and you're going to go to being this. Because there's, like I said, there is, and I want to encourage all of you, there is so much inside all of us. And the problem with us as human beings, and I'm not knocking anybody because I'm in the same boat as you, life happens. And I know, and I'm not being funny and I'm not making it light-hearted and trying to make light of it, sorry, but I know that life happens. And I know you will say, well, we all haven't got time to do the things that we did, Ian. You know, we have a job, we have life, we have responsibilities. Yes, I understand that. But what I'm trying to say to you today is, in this forced isolation, if you find yourself, be encouraged if you find yourself going back to those things that you used to do, those things that you used to like doing, that you'd forgotten all about because life had happened. Use this time wisely to start doing them again, because just might be that God wants you to really take them up and change something within your life for the future. He might want you to start doing something. Like me, maybe start writing. You might start finding yourself writing some stuff down. You might start doing some poetry. You might start doing some songs or whatever. And you might find that you get this feeling that I really like doing this, and it might just be, I'm not saying it is, but it just might be that God is saying, I'm going to change your career path. I'm going to change something within you. You know, there are things that God wants to do. And this, I believe, this forced isolation, and I will keep saying it, this is what God wants to do. He wants to make a lot of changes in a lot of people in so many different ways. And this just might be one of them. So use this time wisely. Go back to what you used to do. Try and remember some of the things that you used to like doing and pick them up again and start doing it. You never know. This just might be a different path for you to take. Not saying it is, but you never know. And I wanted to say this because I want to encourage people, because like I said, I know that, you know, as a kid, I used to like writing, and then as an adult, after life had happened for many, many, many years, all of a sudden I picked up writing, and I found that I was fairly good at it because God gave me something to do. And now I'm an author. It's not my job. I'm still working, but who knows? I'm hoping that my writings will overtake my job and become my job. You see, do what you can do and let God do what he can do. You just never know. This could be the time of change for you. I hope that's been a bit of a comfort to you. I hope that's been some encouragement to you. God bless you. Thank you for listening. My name's Ian Campbell, the Isolated Christian. See you next time.